So today we are going to discuss the 2019 A-level question. It's a past paper question from the year 2019 which is based on circles and coordinate geometry. So let's get on with the first part of it. Write down the coordinates of the point of intersection A of the straight lines 12x minus and y equals 1. So now you have a straight line and they say that there is also a straight line which is y equals 1. So therefore if it's y equals 1, you can clearly see that this should be equals to y equals 1 because it lies on the y-axis. So we consider that y equals 1 and 12x minus 5y minus 7. 12x minus 5y minus 7 equals 0. So they asked you to find the points of intersection of these two straight lines. So how am I going to do this? Well, this is how we are going to do. So just for you, for your personal preference, in order for you to get some confidence, I'm going to solve both of these using simultaneous equations. But you don't need to solve that, but I'm going to do it here. 12x minus 5y minus 7 equals 0, and you can write this as 5y minus 5 equals 0. So now if you take these two equations 1 and 2, you can say that 12x minus 5y minus 7 plus 5y minus 5 equals 0. So this y and this y can be cancelled off. So 12x minus 12 is equals to x equals 1. So when x equals to 1, in here you can see that 12 into 1 will be minus 5y minus 7 equals 0. 12 into 1 will be 12. So 12 and minus 7 will give you 5 minus 5y minus 5 will give you y equals 1. So I just did for you to get the actual understanding of this. But if you just substitute y equals 1 here, then also you can get the correct answer. You can do both of these, but this is just for your preference. So now we have found the points of intersection A. A is a point where they intersect. So therefore I can write 1 and 1 right here. So next question they ask, let L be the bisector of the acute angle formed by these lines. Find the equation of the straight line L, in which the angle formed is acute. Therefore, you can clearly see that when we have these types of questions, that we have an acute angle bisector and obtuse angle bisector as well. We have acute angle and obtuse angle bisectors here, so therefore this is going to be acute angle. Actually, this is going to be the acute angle, right? So one angle here. Now what we should consider is that we have these two equations right here, and we should use a simple equation for these two. So now we have 12x minus 5y minus 7 is equal to 0. We don't need to write this 0 in this equation, so therefore I will erase this. And over square root, the first coefficient of x is 12 and coefficient of y is 5. You should add both of these, no matter what it is, if this is positive or this is positive or this negative or this negative, whatever case, you should just take the coefficients and add them and square these two terms. 12 squared plus 5 squared is equals to plus or minus y minus 1 over, you can see that y gives the coefficient 1. So therefore there is no x term, you can say 1 squared. 1 squared. So therefore this is going to be 12 squared plus 5 squared is going to be 169. 169 is going to be the root 169 is going to be 13. So therefore you can take 12x minus 5y minus 7 is equals to y minus 1, 13 here and 13 here. Right, so because this root 169 is equals to 13. 13 goes to here, makes 13y minus 13. So therefore you can obtain the answer like this: 12x minus 5y minus 7 minus 13y minus plus 13 is equals to 0. So you have 12x minus 18y minus 7 minus 7 plus 13 will give you plus 6 is going to be equals to 13. So when you divide all of these by 6, you will get 2x minus 3y plus 1 equals 0. This is one equation, and we should also obtain another equation because there is positive and negative here. We should also get the answer for the negative. So 12x minus 5y minus 7 minus going to be positive 13y minus 13 is equal to 0. So therefore now you can have this written down. So 12x is going to be, just you can write 12x, 5y is going to be, this is going to be 8, right? This is going to be plus 8y, and this is going to be minus 20. So minus 7 minus 13 is going to be minus 20. Therefore 13y minus 5y is going to be 8y, because 8 plus 5 is going to be 13. So therefore this will also be equal to 0. This you can also see that we can divide this by 4. Therefore when we divide this by 4, this is going to be 3x plus 2y minus 5 equals 0. So in order for you to obtain the acute angle bisector, you should also write another equation for this, where tan theta is going to be equals to m1 minus m2 over 1 plus m1 m2. So now when you consider m1 minus m2, this is going to be modulus. Therefore you add modulus there. So m1 is going to be, first take the gradient, which is going to be 12x 12 by 5 minus, in here there is no gradient, therefore I'm just doing this. This is a paper discussion. You can do the easy way in the exam, but this is going to be a complex way in order for you to understand what happens. So 12 by 5 we take as the gradient, and minus, therefore you have a gradient there, so therefore 3y, and this is going to be 2 over 3. Going to be 2 over 3. You can see that none of the gradients are positive, none of the gradients are negative, therefore you can just do that. So 12 by 5 dot 2 by 3. This and this will be 4. No, no need to do that. So 12 minus this will be 36. This will be minus 10. This will be 15 and 15 plus 24, this will be 26, and this will be 39. So therefore you will get 1/3, where tan theta is going to be equal to 1/3. So when theta equals to tan inverse 1/3, you can see that tan theta is less than 1. So when tan theta is less than 1, that is an acute angle. So therefore this will be the equation for the acute angle bisector. Because tan theta is less than 1. So now you have obtained up to there. Let's check out your marks up to here. So for this point, you get 10 marks on obtaining the coordinates of intersection, and for this you get, for substituting using the equations, you get 10 marks here, and for here a total of 10 marks also will be awarded for all these workings right here, and then you will get 5 marks for this, and this is also going to be 5 marks. So you should write the equation once again and say that 2x minus 3y plus 1 equals 0, where tan theta is less than 1 will be the acute angle bisector. Make sure you write the statements in order for you to get the correct marks. You can write the way I said you to. So now we have, let P be a point on. So we have obtained a new line which is going to be L. They say that for P to be a point on L, P to be a point on L, show that the coordinates of this P can be written as the parametric coordinate. So there is this P here. Let's consider working out that question. So I'll be working them out here. Now we can see that y minus y naught over x minus x naught will give you the gradient. The gradient of this line is going to be that's the equation of those two lines. So 3 by 2, right? 2 by 3. It's going to be 2 by 3. So now y minus y naught. We know that y minus is 1 and this is x minus 1 equals 2 by 3. Y minus 1 by 2 is equal to x minus 1 by 3. So therefore you can make a constant here that is going to be lambda. It's a variable point. It's a variable which is going to be lambda. Y minus 1 is going to be equal to 2 lambda, which is going to be equals to 2 lambda plus 1. That is going to be the parametric coordinate 2 lambda plus 1. So x is going to be similarly, x is going to be x minus 1 is going to be 3 lambda. So x minus is equals to 3 lambda plus 1, which is going to be that. So you can see that we have x and y. The coordinates are going to be, the coordinates of P is going to be, you don't have to write like this in the exam. Since this is just a discussion, I'll just write the way, but you should write the parametric coordinates equals to as this. So 3 lambda plus 1 will give you 2 lambda plus 1. So therefore now you have the coordinates done. These are the coordinates, the parametric coordinates, right? So 3 lambda plus 1 as x, 2 lambda plus 1 as y. So this will give you a significant amount of marks already, 10 marks there, and for this most probably you get 10 marks as well. And they say that now we should do something more. Now starts the circle lesson. Now it's a circle. So I'm sure that you copy this thing down in your writing book or your notebook. Make sure you pause the video and try this question out by your own self, and then you can refer to the discussion here. So in here we should consider so now you should consider that let P equals, so the coordinates of B is going to be, show that the equation of the circle with the points B and P as the ends of the diameter can be written as that. So the ends of the diameter means that we have a circle, right? We have a circle right here, and that the points B and P are on the ends of the diameter. So B is here and P will be here. Therefore, if it's at the ends of the diameter, this is going to be the diameter. The longest chord available in the circle is the diameter, twice the radius, right? And this B and P. So therefore, now you use another equation that y minus y1 brackets x minus y minus y2 is going to be plus x minus x1 is going to be x minus x2 is equals to 0. So now y minus so B is 6 and 0, therefore this is going to be 0, and y minus this coordinate you should take. Make sure this is simple, so don't be scared when you see this huge letters, right? 2 lambda plus 1, a bracket here and a bracket there, x minus 6 and x minus 3 lambda plus 1. Now you should do the calculations y and that minus 2 lambda plus 1 and y will be that, and plus x square minus 3 lambda plus 1 x minus 6x plus 6, 3 lambda plus 1. So here you must take all the lambda terms outside and then you will get the answer they want to. So x squared y, and now you have lambda which is going to be x squared y squared. Lambda you will take out, so therefore this is going to be minus 2 lambda y minus 2y. Let's put this here, lambda, and x here is going to be 3 lambda, this is going to be 3x, and this is going to be 18 here. So therefore x squared plus y squared, you will get minus x minus y. Here you have 6x, so therefore this will be 7. Therefore that will be 7, and minus y will be plus 6. Have we taken all the sums? Yes, right? So therefore x squared minus y squared minus 7x minus y plus 6 lambda will have all of those. So therefore this will be the circle, this will be S, this will be lambda, and this will be the straight line U, which means this U is the line. If we draw imaginary circle like this, something which goes like this, right? So that's how you get the next circle. So this is one of the circles between this. So they say that deduce that S equals 0 is the equation of the circle with AB as the diameter. So if AB is a diameter, you can clearly see that when the point A goes through this, it should result in 0. So therefore if we write x squared plus y squared minus 7x minus y plus 6 equals 0, don't write this here, don't write it. So if this circle passes through this point A as well. Now they say the diameters of it. Is it diameters? Yeah, now they have taken out this P and they have written as A. Because if you substitute this coordinates to the straight line L, then you will get that lambda is equal to 0. So therefore you can say the point there is A. So the coordinates of A is going to be 1 and 1. So therefore 1 squared plus 1 squared minus 7 into 1 minus 1 plus 6. So therefore you will get minus 7. This will be 2 minus 7 minus 6 plus 6. This is going to be 1, right? This 2 plus 6 is going to be 8. Minus 7 minus 1 is going to be 8. So minus plus cancelled off equals 0. So therefore you can show that this is equal to 0 and that A lies on the diameter of that specific circle. So you should also show that U equals 0 is the equation of the straight line through B perpendicular to L. So if this straight line goes through B, that therefore you should think that this straight line will have that answer. This will be the straight line minus 2y minus 3x plus 18. This should also be written as so, is equals 0, is equals 0. So therefore when this is considered and the coordinates B, when coordinates B is on this, you should say that it's 0. So therefore what are the coordinates of B? B is going to be 6 and 0, right? So therefore let's calculate it here. Minus 2y minus 3x plus 18 is equal to 0. When x is equal to 6, this is going to be minus 2 into 0 minus 3 into 6 plus 18 is going to be equal to 0. You can see that this will be equal to 0. This is minus 18 and positive 18. Positive 18 minus 18, when we add them, you will get 0. So therefore you also got that answer there. So the next parts of the questions will be coming in the next video. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you learned something new with this video, and if this was helpful for you, make sure you share and comment down below what has to be done next.